Hi guys! I bet you've seen this MV from Nona, right? But did you know there are people out there, specifically some KNetz, calling this Indonesian girls group's MV tacky and cheap? Well, everyone has different tastes, or maybe they're just being cynical because they're scared of the competition. Who knows? Today, we're diving again into the great internet war between Southeast Asian netizens, Seablings, and KNetz. It started on X in early February and has now spread everywhere. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, it's even affecting real-life vibes. Why are we still talking about this? So, for some reason, the Korean media is super late to the party on this whole internet war. I don't know if they were accidentally napping on the job or if they did it on purpose. Your guess is as good as mine. But since they finally decided to make a big deal out of it over the last few days, I guess we should probably dig in and see what the fuss is about, right? I've done some digging and found some clips from South Korean media. Let's see how they're reacting over there. But fair warning, don't be shocked. Haha.
Social media is blowing up right now with toxic back and forth between K-netizens and SEA netizens. It started getting ugly when some Korean users used AI to generate images of animals holding SEA flags to mock their appearance. SEA netizens clapped back by dragging Korea's plastic surgery culture and hyper-competitive society. The spark? A Day 6 concert in Malaysia last month. A Korean fan with a Canon camera, a Pro DSLR, got into a scuffle with local fans who tried to stop them. Once that video hit the web, everyone started arguing about concert etiquette. Experts say this isn't just about one concert, it's years of pent-up resentment finally exploding. SEA fans are tired of being looked down upon as mindless K-pop consumers, while Korean fans feel like they're being unfairly targeted. It doesn't help that racism is back in the spotlight, especially with the past hate comments toward Blackpink's Lisa and some tone-deaf comments from a Korean politician about importing brides. Basically, with social media and auto-translate, these local gripes have turned into a full-blown international feud.
Quick heads up, I'm using AI translation here. If any of you speak Korean, feel free to check the original video to avoid any lost in translation moments. But here's the thing, Indo netizens aren't just attacking for fun, we're defending our dignity. When you get hit with racism regarding your looks, culture, and even religion, you don't just stay quiet. This is a shock therapy for the bullies. But then again, if being toxic is in their DNA, what can we do? Now, let's peek at their comment section. I'll let you be the judge of this one.
Originally, K-drama, K-pop Koreans aren't interested in Southeast Asia. They only care about the United States, Japan, and China. Korea has a strong inferiority complex. Korea has no interest in Southeast Asia itself. It's China's sowing of discord. Most Koreans are not interested in belittling or hating Southeast Asia. I went to the ports of Jakarta and Surabaya in Indonesia, and the civil servants were corrupt. Maybe it's because it's a poor country. If you fight with low-level people, you'll end up down to their level. Those pathetic, new-right, pro-Japanese traitors from the Robok school who do nothing but hate and divide peoples in attempt to commit pro-Japanese treason are pathetic brainwashed. Black people are racist. Southeast Asia are racist. The world is turning upside down. Originally, K-drama, K-pop were popular cultures enjoyed by most Koreans, both domestically and internationally, so they thought amongst themselves. That's why most people mock them by calling them plastic surgery. Leave those useless kids alone. Why bother? Just looking at America's face is enough to make you angry. What do you want me to do? Fight amongst yourselves and stop posting weird comments here, Southeast Asian friends. Ordinary people don't care why people fight. Protest and boycott vigorously. Koreans don't care. Just looking at the fact that Indonesians are coming to this news that doesn't even get many views and making a fuss about it, Southeast Asia is not normal. One thing I agree with is that plastic surgery should stop. How long are you going to carry that king of disgrace? I've hated that title ever since. In fact, if there are 131 cases out of 10,000, the majority don't get plastic surgery. But since it's number one, people only remember Korea. Do Southeast Asia kids use cell phones too? Lol, they don't have money to buy cell phones. Without even analyzing this and that, the root of problem is the useless sense of superiority of some Koreans. It's right to apologize for what you've done wrong, and the right thing to do is not to fight unnecessarily. Online public opinion is just a handful, and although the world is in chaos, I hope we all don't forget that there are more good and upright people. X is a playground for the Wu Mao Dang, and Koreans know how many Chinese people pretended to be Korean online. I hope that normal Koreans won't waste their time getting involved in these childish fights, and I hope that neither we nor our Southeast Asian friends will get hurt. The positive image I built up was ruined by internet trash communities. Korean men don't discriminate. Why should we fight with Indonesians and Southeast Asians? There's no reason. What heck? Korean women should have just apologized, but they criticized Southeast Asia first. Southeast Asia has internet? To be honest, I have no interest in Southeast Asia. Anyway, Korean women are so shameful that they are embarrassed to show off. Apologize first and don't cause trouble. Don't expect me to unconditionally take your side. The one who's wronged should apologize first. Here's a word to Koreans. There's no need for us to badmouth Indonesians in a fight that broke out on Twitter. There are valuable customers, economic partners, and friends who are currently using Hangul to fight the Indonesian government and who love K-pop and drama. On the internet, people keep saying that Korea is racist, but if you come here in person, you will all know that's not true. Even if there are, you should keep in mind that such inconsiderate people exist anywhere in the world. And here's a word to my Indonesian friends. Isn't it a big mistake to touch on a painful part of Korean history because of a fight on Twitter? You should keep a certain line and not fight emotionally. Of course, Twitter is like that. I don't look kindly on people who use Twitter in Korea. They are lunatics who operate in the shadows. Especially feminists are the ones who badmouth Korean men and Koreans on Twitter. Don't involve with them. Don't come to our country to make money. LOL. Don't stay illegally and just get out of here. LOL. If you go to other countries, not even Southeast Asia, 95% of them are Indonesians. But no matter how Southeast Asia acts, Korea doesn't care. It's the same as Taiwan's anti-Korean sentiment. Indonesia, pay up. Stop stealing fighter jets, and those thieves who steal technology are annoying. There are a lot of keyboard warriors in Indonesia. I don't know why Indonesians are so angry at Korea, but Filipinos are grateful to Korea for its help in disaster relief, construction projects, and military equipment. I'm Filipino who only use a translator. For the past 10 years, they've been teasing Koreans for having small eyes and claiming they can change everything with surgery. Wasn't racist? Is their racism okay, but ours a matter of unity and resistance? But now, only Indonesian far fight are acting out. Other Southeast Asian countries have cut ties. Even though I wrote a long apology for not following the rules and uploaded it, they stuffed my face and didn't delete it. So even though Koreans politely asked me to take down the face picture first, foreigners started calling me a racist country and calling me a victim. They think Southeast Asia are always victims. These countries are characterized by corruption. Thailand is a monarchy with a large number of illegal immigrants in Korea, making South Korea's entry process strict and creating a strong sense of victimization. Indonesia is a dictatorship, with KF fighter jets and other factors creating an untrustworthy state. Malaysia is also a dictatorship. In short, none of the countries opposing us are democratic. In any case, they are countries whose civic consciousness cannot be equal to ours. This is the truth. We simply need to live diligently in the present to survive against China and Japan. If they withdraw like that, aren't they the ones who will lose the most? Even if you buy it overseas, it won't be cheap, right? Honestly, more than 99% of the population doesn't even know that there is such a thing as Southeast Asian hate and discrimination. They're just fighting with a very small number of peoples online.
Just a short video today. Just wanted to keep you guys in the loop. My take? Racism must be challenged so they know their arrogance has consequences. But guys, let's keep it classy. I saw some memes of people stepping on the South Korean flag, and honestly, That's going a bit too far. Let's not hate the country. Not everyone there is the enemy. Oh, and some say it's only evil Indo netizens doing the work, not the whole SEA. Is that true? Lastly, about the boycott Korea movement, it's a powerful shock therapy, especially the cultural boycott. Though we all know how massive K-pop fans are here. Maybe we can help them see the light? Anyway, let's hope for a world with less racism. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for hanging out.